Om. Om. सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्
वन्दे
गुरुपरम्पराम्
वसुदेवसुतं देवम्
वसुदेवसुतं देवम्
कंसचाणूरमर्दनम्
कंसचाणूरमर्दनम्
देवकी परमानन्दम्
देवकी परमानन्दम्
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्.
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्.
I will say 12th shloka of 12th chapter. श्रेयो हि ज्ञानम् अभ्यासात्
श्रेयो हि ज्ञानाभ्यासात्
ज्ञानाध्यानं विशिष्यते
ज्ञानाध्यानं विशिष्यते
ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः
ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः
त्यागात् शान्ति अनन्तरम्.
त्यागः शान्ति अनन्तरम्.
So this is the shlok. Naveen bhai, just now we were talking. This shlok is very clear. भगवान से अभ्यास से नहीं, अभ्यास के साथ ज्ञान होना चाहिए. ज्ञान के साथ ध्यान मीन्स एसिमुलेशन ऑफ ध्यान होना चाहिए, ज्ञान होना चाहिए. उसके बाद त्याग, कर्म फल त्याग इज अ रिजल्टेंट. कर्म फल त्याग इज नॉट एन एक्शन. द मोमेंट वी से देयर इज एन एक्शन, तो सारा कर्म का सिद्धांत फेल हो जाता है. बिकॉज द मोमेंट आई से त्याग किया मीन्स देयर इज एन एक्शन हियर, एंड द होल टीचिंग इज गॉन. सो कर्म फल त्याग इज उर्वार रुक्मियो बंधनान, उसमें बोलते हैं जो मंत्र में, अपने आप एकदम राइप cucumber will just fall from its creeper. So it's like that. So this shlok that summarizes the entire what Bhagavan wants to say in the entire Bhagavad Gita. And we'll say the 7th shlok of 2nd chapter, which is Arjun's prarthana and our prarthana too. कार्पण्य दोषो उपहत स्वभावः
कार्पण्यदोषो उपहत स्वभावः
पृच्छामि त्वाम् अधर्म सम्मूढचेताः
पच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेता
यत् श्रेयस्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
यच्छ्रेयः स्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
शिष्यस्ते अहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्.
शिष्यस्तेऽहं शान्तिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्.
Arjuna is saying, Bhagavan, I am kind of deluded now, and karpanya dosh. Karpanya dosh means the emotional weakness, and I'm hurt by my the mind is hurt by emotional weakness. So, and that I am your shishya. So tell me, I'm sorry. Shishya means prapannam means I surrender to you. I'm ready for the teaching, and then tell me what is Shreyas. And that's the key, right? The whole Arjun was very smart student. He didn't ask for what is good for me. He said, what is Shreyas, which is good for all. So anything happens through me, let it be good for all. So that's what the very simple logic is. I mean, I know Shreyas means it's very smart. Our rishis have come up with this term. The moment I say Shreyas, I am automatically involved in this. मुझे अपने लिए फिर अलग से प्रेयर करने की जरूरत ही नहीं. When I say सब सुखी रहे, तो मैं तो उसमें आ ही गया. So I don't have to say कि इसलिए हमारे यहाँ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, we say that. We are still confused. We think कि उसके बाद फिर अपने लिए भी मांगते हैं कुछ. And when you have already asked for सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, you are part of that सर्व. And that is Shreyas. So very, very smart. Arjuna said, tell me. So, and after that, Bhagavan says, Yuddha kar. That means Yuddha is good for everyone. This Yuddha, Mahabharata. And that was true. So then why do you worry, Arjuna, about yourself? Just do for Yuddha, or for the Shreyas. And that's a powerful prarthana. And that's what our prarthana too, Bhagavan guide us in the right direction. Yat Shreyas. Shishyaste ham shadimam tam prapanna. So buddhi, guide my buddhi towards Shreyas. That's what Gayatri Mantra says, the same thing, exactly the same thing. So with that, we'll continue our 9th chapter. We are on 9th chapter. The title of 9th chapter is, as we saw last time, Raj Vidya, Raj Guhi. That's it, royal knowledge or kingly knowledge. All this English translation we have to do. But actually it is Raj. Raj means the best. उसी से राजा शब्द भी आया है, उसी से रंजन शब्द आता है. The one which gives you pleasure, that is. इसीलिए राज शब्द उसी से आया. राज मीन्स द किंगडम. King, so that's why it's a kingly knowledge, but it is Raj Vidya. It is the best knowledge. After this, knowing this, you don't need anything else to be known. We'll start today. I mean, just the story came to my mind. I think that's good to start with that story. Very famous story. I'm sure many of you have heard that story. This story is about Shvetaketu, and it comes in Upanishad. So Shvetaketu is a student. His father said, "Ki go to a Gurukul, wherever Gurukul is, and go and do the studies." So he goes there for 10, 12 years, whatever, graduation, similar high school type. And then he comes back. And he comes back with all the arrogance that, Dad, I'm here. I know a lot of things because he must have studied Sanskrit and the philosophy and darshan. And just imagine Indian Hindu philosophy, that time, the Upanishads, thousands of years ago, it's so powerful. Obviously, he must be feeling good that I know everything. Then his father says, okay, look, father realized that, oh, this guy has like good arrogance of being educated. He said, but did you ask your teacher? He said, what? Did you ask this question? He said, what? He said, Kasmin Vigyate Sarvam Idam Vigyatam Bhavati. उन्होंने पूछा है तो क्या मतलब, इसका मतलब ये है कि जिसको जानने से सब कुछ जाना जा सकता है, वो पूछा. He said that I even teacher didn't say, I didn't ask. I mean, I never thought of this. बोले तूने सब जान लिया, संस्कृत और दर्शन होगा जो six षट दर्शन, everything you must have known, right? Or how the world is created. But what about जिसको जानने से सब कुछ जाना जाता है, वो जाना कि नहीं? He said ये तो कोई डिस्कस ही नहीं हुआ. So he said then तुमने कुछ भी नहीं जाना. All your 12 years of education is null and void. That is this chapter is talking about actually. Then Shvetketu says कि now you tell me. Udalak Rishi was there. So वो बोलते हैं, there is a famous incident. He said, okay, bring the seed of a banyan tree or some tree, a big tree, huge tree. And he brings the seed. He said, okay, break this fruit, basically fruit one. And there are small seeds inside. He said, okay, break the seed. He break the seed. And banyan tree seed is very small, very small. The tree is so huge, banyan tree. He said, what is inside? He said, there is nothing. He said, no, there is a tree inside. Now you cannot, but छोटा बच्चा भी किसी को हम बोल दें तो वो भी डिनाई नहीं करेगा, कोई डिनाई नहीं कर सकता. He said, that is truth, that there is a tree inside, but you don't see that, but it is there, and that is truth. यही जानना है. And then he says, if you know, and then second experiment he does the same time. He says, bring a cup of water and bring a pinch of salt. And he said, taste the water. What taste? It's plain water. Taste the salt. It is salt. Mix in the water. And now taste the water from one side, or salty water. From the bottom, salty water. From this side, where is the salt? He said, it's all over. That is the truth. So then Udalak says कि ये तो तूने जाना ही नहीं, सब जान लिया. सब में वही एक ही चीज समाई हुई है. That's everything this sansar, this chapter is about actually. And then he says, Shvetaketu Tattvamasi. That truth is you. That is the Gyan. Baki sab to वैसे like it's all dictionary. You can learn things. So this is the truth that there is a tree inside the seed which you don't see, but it is there. That's the truth. Nobody can deny that. And that truth is you, Tattvamasi. That is which is pervading in the tree, is pervading in you also. And that is Tattva Gyan. And he said Tattvamasi, and that is you, Shvetaketu. And that is a hallmark of Vedantic teaching, the Tattvamasi, जिसको समझ में आ जाए बस फिर हो गया काम. And that's what he says, Kasmin Vigyate Sarvam Idam Vigyatam Bhavati. ये जानने के बाद Sarvam Idam. That's why Dayanandji's last time I said that without knowledge you cannot conclude. Once you know, conclusion is unnecessary. Because knowledge is conclusive by itself. There is no conclusion to be done after. Knowledge is conclusive. So the conclusion is unnecessary. All the discussions, arguments, everything is unnecessary. जरूरत नहीं है फिर क्या, आपको आनंद है. इसके लिए भक्तों के बारे में कहते हैं जैसे कबीर दास जी थे और ये, they were never involved into arguments. Well, what is to be argued? Bhajan gana, bhajan gao. That's it. So, and that is the Gyan. And that's this chapter exactly what this story about. Just now it came to my mind. We will get into chapter. So chapter is Raj Vidya, Raj Goyo. And it's a secret, Bhagwan says. But पूरे chapter पढ़ने का कुछ बोलेंगे नहीं कि ये secret है. See, you have to figure out the secret. That's a secret. Because secret के लिए you have to put an effort to find out what the secret is. But it's very simple. And Raj Vidya, this knowledge is the highest. Nothing more than that. Sarvam idam vigyatam bhavati. ये जानने के बाद सब कुछ जाना जा सकता है. And this chapter is pretty, very, very logical and very succinct teaching in this chapter. So we'll continue from the, I think we completed 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll go to the 4th one. Yeah. So 4th श्लोक. And this is 9th chapter, 4th श्लोक, Raj Vidya, Raj Gul. So Bhagwan ने इसके शुरू में बोला है कि I'll tell you, and it is continuation of from the 8th chapter. Actually, it is a repeat of 2nd chapter, 7th chapter, which was Gyan Vigyan, but in a very different way. Almost similar. If you read 7th chapter, revisit, we'll see similar things, but in a very different way. Bhagwan is telling, and that is the beauty of Bhagavad Gita teaching, and that's the beauty of Krishna. इनसे अच्छा कोई टीचर नहीं. It's like that. I mean, it is same thing he's saying, but you never get bored. कह रहे हैं ये तो पहले ही बता चुके थे. In a way, he's telling now with different examples, the metaphor, and as I said one time that Naveen Bhai and I had discovered 22 metaphors in Bhagavad Gita. There may be more, but we obviously each metaphor delivers a story, a lifetime stories like that. Each metaphor. So yeah, one of the metaphor is coming next. So that's what Bhagwan is going to give some example and explain exactly what he said in the 7th chapter. Kind of similar. 8th chapter in middle was a different topic. It was only Brahman, but here is comes back to other creation and how we are related to Brahman, us. So we go to the 4th shlok of 9th chapter, Raj Vidya, Raj Goyo. Maya, 4th shlok. Maya tat idam tatam idam sarvam.
Maya tatmidam sarvam
Jagadavya avamurtinah.
Jagad Vyaktamurtina
Matasthani sarvabhutani.
Matasthani Sarva Bhutani
न चाहम तेष्वस्थितः.
Nachaham te Shabavastita. और हे अर्जुन, मुझ सच्चिदानंद घन परमात्मा से यह सब जगत जल से बर्फ के सदृश परिपूर्ण है और सब भूत मेरे अंतर्गत संकल्प के आधार स्थित हैं, इसलिए वास्तव में मैं उनमें स्थित नहीं हूं.
All this world is pervaded by me in the unmanifested form. All beings dwell in me, and I do not dwell in them.
Yeah. Well, there is a lot of discussion. We see that it looks like contradictory. I'm in them and I'm not in them. It's like that. So
That's right.
Next sloka also we'll say, but we'll go through. This is very simple. Bhagwan will not never confuse, because the whole question Arjun ka tha ki main confused, I'm dharma sammuna cheta hai, you tell me shadi mam to am prapannam. So he's not going to give further confusion. He's giving something which is Raj Vidya. The knowledge, if we understand these 2 shlokas, we understand a lot about the entire cosmos, entire creation. In fact, if we go to 11th chapter, similar shlok are there 11th chapter. इसमें विश्वरूप की बात भगवान करते हैं. And that Oppenheimer got the दो 3 श्लोक उसको वहीं के पसंद आए थे. He says कि everything उसने he got the mrityu, I am that, but he took half of it. But he was actually very intrigued by the explanation कि everything is me, like that. And Oppenheimer written that when I read Bhagavad Gita first time, I was just, what is this? It's like that. So this is similar to like 11th chapter. But so Bhagwan is saying, मुझ सच्चिदानंद परमात्मा से ये सब जगत बर्फ के सदृश, एग्जाम्पल दिया हुआ, जल में जैसे बर्फ होता है. But here there are couple of things. So one is, first, in these 2 shlokas, Bhagwan has given 5 attributes of Bhagwan. And we need to always understand, we are reading Bhagavad Gita, that's what Advait is. Bhagavad Gita is Advait Shastra that way. In Advait, the goal is not to to do the separation that मैं भगवान हूँ और तू भक्त है. That is never the goal. अद्वैत का गोल ये है कि at the end तत्वमसि, ये एक भगवान है, ये आत्मा है, ये परमात्मा है. At the end you are same. There is no separate. And that is the beauty of Advaita. So here also Bhagavan, when he's saying, the goal is not to say that, oh, I am these five, you are not these five. No, ultimately you are also these five. That is the teaching. So Bhagavan is, first attribute of Bhagavan is Avyakta Murti Nam. Avyakta means unmanifest. Murti Nam is, Murti means manifest, but unmanifest Murti Nam. I am presence, exactly the example of, that's why I think the story right time came to my mind. The salt in the water. There is a salt in the water. That's why water is salty. But you don't say, oh, I can pick the salt out now. It is part of water. So that is avyakta murti naam. Dikh nahi raha salt, but it is there. And that is avyakta. So first is unmanifest. हम सब भी भगवान को जब देखते हैं, मूर्ति में दर्शन करते हैं, so we don't do a darshan of murti. We do a darshan of Ram or Krishna or Shiv through the murti. एक्चुअली वो अव्यक्त ही हैं. वो तो हमने फॉर द सेक ऑफ इजी, जैसे बच्चे को पढ़ाते हैं लाइक ए इन एप्पल, बी इन बॉय, सी इन व्हाटएवर कैट. देयर इज नो एप्पल इन ए एंड देयर इज नो सी कैट इन द सी, बट फॉर लाइक द बेसिक स्टडीज वी हैव टू टेल एग्जैक्टली दैट्स व्हाट हियर. अव्यक्त मूर्ति नाम पहला. द सेकंड क्वालिटी इज जगत ततम. ततम मीन्स परवेडिंग. tat शब्द उसी से आया. ततम मीन्स तंतु से, which is all pervading. So that second quality is jagat tatam. इस जगत में all pervading everything. Same example, salt is there in the water. Where? All over. We know ocean water is salty, but which part of ocean water is salty? His water is salty. You cannot say this part or not that part. It's like that. Same example, like then when there is a, here also they say that jal mein barf ke sadrish. When the water becomes ice, where is water? It's ice is water. It's icy water. That's it. No, you cannot say this corner, that corner. That way, tatam. Tatam is all pervading. Second quality. Third, he is saying matasthani. Matasthani means which is upholding, the support. So I am the support of the entire universe. हम लोग विष्णु जी की वंदना, शांताकारम भुजग शयनम पद्मनाभम सुरेशम विश्वाधारम गगन सदृशम. विश्व आधारम. इसलिए हमारे यहाँ जो कल्पना करी कि मतलब वो लोग, कल्पना कोई ऐसा नहीं कि कहीं बैठे हुए हैं विष्णु जी सो रहे हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. There is nothing like that. But that कल्पना करिए कि पूरे विश्व को दिखाते हैं विष्णु जी लेटे हुए हैं पृथ्वी नाक के ऊपर, और पृथ्वी उनके उसमें. आधारम इज सपोर्ट. विश्वाधारम गगन सदृशम, like sky, which up there's example will come, metaphor will come here. So third is which is a support, that is Bhagavan. So all pervading, like unmanifest, all pervading, support, and then we'll go to, so इस श्लोक में इतना ही है, वो सब लंबा चौड़ा है, वो तीन उन्होंने अपने नेचर बताए. and that's what we know. भगवान, हम लोग बोलते हैं ओम जय जगदीश हरे, तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा, तुम अंतर्यामी. सेम चीज. पूर्ण मीन्स एवरीथिंग इज यू. अंतर्यामी मीन्स अंतर्यमति. इन ऑल, सबके हृदय में, एवरी सेल, एवरी थॉट, एवरी इमोशन इज यू. अंतर्यामी का मतलब ये. तो हम बोलते हैं भगवान को, भगवान अंतर्यामी है. मेरे अंदर भी वही है, श्रीपाल जी के अंदर भी वही है, प्रेम कुमार जी के अंदर भी वही है. Every emotion, every thought is, and that's why we are all same. That's what he is saying, right? So the next slok we'll read. There are two more. So nachamas, this is fifth slok. Nachamasthani bhutani.
Nachamattasthani bhutani.
Pashya me yoga maishwaram.
Pashya me yoga maishwaram.
Bhutabhran cha bhutastho.
Bhutabhran cha bhutastho.
ममात्मा भूत भावना.
ममात्मा भूत भावना. और वे सब भूत मेरे में स्थित नहीं हैं, किंतु मेरी योग माया और प्रभाव को देख कि भूतों को धारण पोषण करने वाला और भूतों को उत्पन्न करने वाला भी मेरा आत्मा वास्तव में भूतों में स्थित नहीं है. Same contrast.
Yeah.
nor do beings dwell in me. Behold my divine yoga, bringing forth and supporting beings. Myself does not dwell in them.
Yeah, same thing in a different way now. But first we'll see the Bhagwan's attribute, what Bhagwan is saying, and then we'll see why he's saying, I am in them, but I am not in them. They are in men, but they are not in me. We'll see that. But first we'll see the attributes. So third three attributes in the previous shlok, which we all know that. छोटे से बच्चे को भी बताएंगे. Actually, ओम जय जगदीश हरे आरती is exactly ये दो श्लोक को अगर हिंदी में उन्होंने वही किया होगा. एक जयदेव करके एक ऋषि रहे होंगे, कवि थे, उन्होंने जय जगदीश हरे आरती लिखी कुछ 400-500 साल पहले. आई एम श्योर यही सब पढ़ के उन्होंने लिखी. वहीं से दूसरा कहाँ से लाएंगे? थॉट तो वही है. So that Arati exactly saying the same thing. So Bhagwan is saying, we will see, but in the characteristic Bhagwan has two more characteristics here, right? Bhut Bhavana. Bhut means the physical world, we can say, or all of us, including all of us. Bhavana means the cause, जिससे बनता है भाव शब्द से. So the cause of this universe is me. पहले उन्होंने बताया कि I am unmanifest, but I am in. Then I am all pervading. I am supporting all this, and the cause of this, and the example is very simple. Ornament, necklace or a ring or whatever, like bracelet, all gold ornaments. But the cause of that gold ornament is gold, not the ornament. Ornament is a shape and form, but the cause is gold. So if gold is not there, ornament is not there. But ornament may not be there, gold is still there. And that is called cause. So Bhagavan says, Bhut Bhavana, I am the cause of this universe. And then he says, Bhut Bhrat, I am the, Bhrat means, Bharat शब्द इससे आया, Bharat means sustain करना. जिससे हम भरण पोषण शब्द हिंदी में आता है, जिसको भरना, sustain करना, और filling with things, like Bharat शब्द इसी से आता है. तो भूत भ्रत, इन सबको sustain भी मैं ही करता हूँ. And that is where our Kalpana, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh comes. There is Brahma ji who creates, Vishnu ji who sustains, Shiv ji who does the pralay. इसको फिर सृजन करना. So that's what he's saying, like all five characteristics we see that. And he's saying, I am the cause and I am the sustainer also. And Bhagavan is the sustainer, we know that, right? That's why we say Bhagavan. And all traditions say, चाहे बाकी इसमें तो that's the beauty of Sanatan Dharma की we have given the freedom कि भगवान को आप देख भी सकते हो, भगवान को टाइटल भी दे सकते हो. Many traditions don't allow that, but they don't disagree that कि चलाने वाला तो एक ही है. हम तो नहीं चला सकते. थोड़े दिन तक चला सकते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत स्टॉक ऊपर इधर कर लेंगे, आप कुछ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर लेंगे, लेकिन अल्टीमेटली अगर that Milton or this hurricane is coming, as the last time I said, entire GDP you put. Even Elon Musk has no answer to that. He said, I can make a satellite to go to space, but I cannot stop this Milton guy. Because that's the Prakriti ka niyam now. That's what Bhagwan is saying. That is Bhoot Vrat. Bhagwan ka apna tarika hai. Isko alag-alag naam log dete. But everybody agrees on that. Right? So Bhagwan is saying, now we'll see Bhagwan why he, and Bhoot Bhavana, as I wrote. Mera Atma means my Swabhav, my nature, right? So now we both the shlok he says, I am in them, they are not in me. They are in me, but they are not in me. He's very simple. Actually, इसमें बहुत सारे discussion भी होते हैं, बहुत सारा लिखा हुआ भी है, but very simple. Bhagwan is Sanatan, because we all know that Bhagwan doesn't, and Atma is also Sanatan. So same thing we can apply in Atma. हमारे जो Atma है, that is Sanatan, that is Bhagwan's Swarup basically. So Bhagwan says, if I am in them all the time, like their part, then they'll never die. This body or the material world will never be dissolved, because then it is Sanatan. So in that sense, in the sense of materiality, I'm not in them, because I'm not material. I'm Sanatan, I'm the cause. So in that sense, the ornaments will, if you melt ornaments, they'll become gold. Yeah, ornaments are meltable. So that's why ornament cannot say, oh, I am gold. I am gold. Ornament say, I am of gold. I am made of gold. So ornament has no existence without gold. So Bhagavan says, yeah, in that sense, I am not in them. Still I am in them, because they are made of me. Ornaments are made of gold. But in that sense, gold is not them. ornament. It may be bracelet, tomorrow it could be ring. So Bhagavan says, if Sanatan, then yeah. So in that sense, I am not there. Similarly, they are in me, like as Vataya ki, because we are also, but they are in me in the consciousness sense. I can say when I say Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, that's what Vedanta says. In that sense, yes, correct. But not the Sharir is Brahmasmi. Sharir is impermanent. It is good, it has to go. So Sharir, I cannot say Sanjay is Brahmasmi. That is not possible. Sanjay is a form within time and space. So Bhagavan says anything in time and space, because I am beyond time and space, that cannot be in me. That's it. इतना ही इसमें बोला है. And that is the secret. If we understand that, then we can enjoy that कि मैं ही उस परमात्मा का हिस्सा ही हूँ. I can enjoy the life. But the problem is अज्ञान. That I sometime I know सत्संग के टाइम पे थोड़ा सा आनंद आने लगता है कि अरे अब तो कुछ नहीं है, सब आनंद ही आनंद है. लेकिन वो सत्संग खत्म होते ही वापस अपने संसार में आ जाते हैं हम. That's the whole see. And that sense भगवान से not I am in not you, क्योंकि अभी सत्संग खत्म होते ही बाहर जाकर बोलो भगवान हूँ. अगर तुम भगवान हो तो तुम्हें बोलोगे नहीं कि मैं भगवान हूँ. It's like that. But बाहर जाके समझ, in that sense I am not in you. So that's what this श्लोक is. But main thing is भगवान की 5 characteristics is very very important. Sixth I will go to next श्लोक. We'll find the 6th one also. But and let's read the 6th श्लोक. Then we'll talk about all 6. Wonderful. यथा आकाश स्थितो नित्यम.
यथाकाश स्थितो नित्यम.
वायुः सर्वत्र गो महान.
वायुः सर्वत्र गो महान.
तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि.
तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि.
मतस्थानीत्युपधारय.
मतस्थानीत्युपधारय, क्योंकि जैसे आकाश से उत्पन्न हुआ सर्वत्र विचरने वाला महान वायु सदा ही आकाश में स्थित है, वैसे ही मेरे संकल्प द्वारा उत्पत्ति वाले होने से संपूर्ण भूत मेरे में स्थित हैं, ऐसे जान.
As the mighty wind moving everywhere rests ever in space, even so know that all beings rest in me.
Yeah, so now he has brought a metaphor. See, look at that. What is like Bhagwan? I mean, Adbhut. What a wonderful teacher he is. पहले 4th and 5th श्लोक looks very complicated, but not. If you break, he has given 5 attributes of him. 6th श्लोक में he is giving the 6th attribute with a metaphor. और explain करने के लिए अर्जुन को कभी समझ में नहीं आया, मैं बताता हूँ कैसे. And it is very simple. He says, यथा आकाश स्थितो नित्यम वायु. Vayu is sarvagata. Vayu is all over. And we all know that. I mean, even uneducated person can tell, yeah, Vayu is everywhere. But where? Everywhere. Oh, where? No. अभी हम लोग बोलते हैं, or this is, when we fly from India to US or Canada, आते हैं, the pilot will say, we are entering Canadian airspace. Where is Canadian airspace? You just imagine, right? Imaginary. But because we are above Canada, we say, there is no Canadian airspace, right? But just for the sake of झगड़ा वगड़ा नहीं हो इसलिए बोल देते हैं, right? ठीक है. But there is no. So because it is everywhere, same Vayu, South Africa, India, whatever. So भगवान है सर्वगतो महान यथा आकाश स्थितो. Like the Vayu is always in the space. And there is a श्लोक हमारे शास्त्रों में आता, भगवद गीता में भी हमने देखा था 7th chapter में. आकाशात वायु. And this is a science. I mean, and in fact, some of the botany or zoology scientists they agree with this. Ayurveda तो exactly मानता ही इस चीज को शास्त्र में. आकाशात वायु. The first time जब creation happened, even the Big Bang theory and although they agree on these kind of things. कुछ तो पहले बना था. So space was first. आकाशात वायु. इसीलिए and space में हम लोग ध्यान करते हैं तो when we do the last stage, focus on our ear and hear the sound. The purpose of sound that there is a space, that's why sound travels in space. We all know that. So sound tells me there is a space, and we all know that. हमने सबने physics पढ़ी, sound travels in space. So आकाशात वायु. पहले आकाश बना था first like space, then Vayu. Then Vayu was created. And then Vayu Agni. Then Vayu में जब charge आया, then there is a fire. Agni means the charge. वायु में सो दैट चार्ज, वायु अग्नि, अग्नि है आपह, अग्नि से फिर वाटर बना, एंड आपह पृथ्वी, फिर पानी से पृथ्वी बनी, फिर अर्थ बनी। इसलिए कहते हैं पहले सब पानी पानी था, देन दिस अर्थ केम, एंड पृथिव्या औषधय, पृथ्वियों से औषधि बनी। औषधि मीन्स, अब आप लोग तो डॉक्टर भी समझते हैं, मेडिसिन, अर्ब्स, पृथ्वी में ही अर्ब आई। तो हमारे जो एंसेस्टर थे, we all know that, right? Either they used to hunt or the king kill animals and eat, or the औषधि, that the vegetation, वही खाते थे और कुछ खाने का था नहीं, that is औषधि। तो पृथ्वी औषधि, पृथ्वी में औषधि बनी। औषधयभ्य अन्नम, औषधि से अन्न बना, and of course like we, all the grains are created from the औषधि, vegetation, basically agriculture, and अन्नात पुरुषः, और हम सब अन्न से बने। अगर हम अन्न खाना छोड़ दें, like if you don't eat vegetable and food, we'll die. So we are made of that, and that's what we eat, all those minerals। and आप लोग तो, हम लोगों का मेडिकल रिपोर्ट तो 2 पेज की निकालते हैं, उसमें कैल्शियम, ये मैग्नीशियम, सब लिखा रहता है दुनिया भर का, राइट? ये कम आ गया है मेहता जी, ये टेबलेट ले लो, आपका विटामिन डी थोड़ा कम आ गया है, कैल्शियम, ऑल दिस इज मिनरल, दिस इज कमिंग फ्रॉम वेजिटेशन, एंड दैट इज द क्रिएशन। सो आकाश से लेकर के मनुष्य तक, तो हम सब आकाश से बने हैं, एंड दैट्स व्हाट भगवान इज सेइंग इस श्लोक में, कि दैट आकाश, एंड जैसे आकाश में वायु रहती है, आकाश इज लाइक द एंटायर क्रिएशन। तो उससे हम लोग, सो वी आर ऑल इंटरकनेक्टेड, इट्स लाइक अ इकोसिस्टम, वी आर ऑल इंटरकनेक्टेड। मैं भी वो अन्न खाता हूँ जो आप खाते हैं, जो मेरा नेबर खाता है, हाउ वी आर डिफरेंट? We are in the same space, same air, everything, same Agni, same Vayu, same water, and we are made of that. So we are all same. And that's what, so Bhagwan 6 qualities, लेकिन उसमें क्वालिटी भगवान बता रहे हैं कि इसमें मेटाफर दिया है कि जैसे वायु आकाश में रहती है, बट आकाश इज अनटेंटेड, unaffected. Vayu can still stop, but space will always remain because everything is in space. So Bhagwan is saying, तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मतस्थानि उपधारय, ऐसे ही सब मुझ में रहते हैं, लेकिन आई एम नॉट इन देम, दे ऑल एग्जिस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ मी, भगवान की वजह से, जो भी नाम दें, यू ऑल, एंड वी सॉ दैट, राइट? भगवान से स्पेस से सब मनुष्य बना, बट आई एम नॉट अफेक्टेड बाय देम। सो 6 क्वालिटी ऑफ भगवान इज, 6 इज असंगत्वम। So 6 quality, first like avyakt, second is all pervading tatam, third is matasthani, means the support, fourth is the bhuta bhavana, means the cause of creation, like gold and or the clay and the pot. Fifth is, fourth is bhut bhavana, 5 is bhut bhrata, sustainer, and the 6th is asangatvam. ये 6 क्वालिटी भगवान की इस इन 4 श्लोक में है। द पर्पस ऑफ दीज क्वालिटीज, आई एम श्योर भगवान इज टेलिंग अर्जुन दैट you are Tattvamasi, you also have these qualities, and if we read this properly, if read this and impose these on us separately, kabhi contemplation, that's why we say shravanam, madannam, mananam and nididhyasanam। कभी शांति से बैठ के अगर ये क्वालिटी में अपने ऊपर सोचूं, असंगत्व, फॉर एग्जाम्पल लास्ट क्वालिटी मीन्स आई एम इन एवरीथिंग, द होल वर्ल्ड, आई एम इन संसार, but I am not affected or impacted by the sansar. That's what this shlok is saying, right? And how the example of Bhagavan giving the metaphor is like space and Vayu. They are not, space is not impacted. Vayu can be stale Vayu, or can be fresh Vayu, or can be fragrance. And the simple example is the bottles. There are manufacturing companies, they make bottles. And people buy bottles, empty bottle. And the bottle can have medicine, can have milk, bottle can have poison, bottle can have alcohol. But if you empty the bottle and wash the bottle is unaffected. You cannot say, oh, that it used to carry the alcohol, but you clean it, and there is that is space, not bottle. Bottle is a space basically. So space is and inside the bottle if you smell, unless there is some kind of chemicals which still leave there. But if you clean, space is always clean, unaffected by the content of that space. Yeah, whatever is contained, it could be alcohol, it could be fragrance, it could be sandalwood, sandal paste. That time that vayu is fragrant. चंदन की हो सकती है स्मेल की, लेकिन space is not taking the fragrance, and that is asangatva, and that is what I think the message for us is, that is our goal of this sadhana. That tattvamasi, when I say, agar Bhagwan can be asangatvam, why I cannot be asangatvam? That is the teaching here. ये सारा मतलब ये बताने का भगवान को, अर्जुन को भी यही गोल है. So what we'll do, we'll read 9th shlok, 7th, 8th we can read tomorrow, but 9th shlok is related to 6th. They go together. So we'll read the 9th shlok, 7, 8 will come later. Nachamam tani karmani.
Nachamam tani karmani.
Nibadhanti dhananjaya.
Nibadhanti dhananjaya.
Udasinavat asinam.
Udasinavadasinam.
Asaktam teshu karmasu.
असक्तम तेषु कर्मसु. हे अर्जुन, उन कर्मों में आसक्ति रहित और उदासीन के सदृश स्थित हुए मुझ परमात्मा को वे कर्म नहीं बांधते हैं. और उदासीन के सदृश में टिप्पणी है, जिसके संपूर्ण कार्य कृतर्थ भाव के बिना अपने आप सत्ता मात्र से ही होते हैं, उसका नाम उदासीन के सदृश है.
Nor do these acts, O Dhananjay, bind me, remaining like one unconcerned and unattached to those acts.
See, so this is related to 6th one, this shlok. Now he's bringing उस metaphor में, तो he's talked about space and vayu, which both are not, we cannot see. We know that, but nobody has seen space. Space is all over there, but and vayu also. So the metaphor explains, but in this shlok, he's bringing that metaphor to the practical level, the karma. ये जो 9th श्लोक है, this is the entire 3rd chapter. पूरा कर्मयोगी से एक श्लोक में डाला भगवान ने. इसके लिए भगवद गीता, when I said you cannot read भगवद गीता कहीं से भी रैंडम पढ़ना शुरू करेंगे तो we'll get confused. But if we understand 3rd chapter, then this shlok makes a lot of sense. This is a mature explanation of the 3rd chapter basic essentials. भगवान ने 3rd chapter में दिए थे कर्म के. But this shlok is very mature explanation of that. And he's saying, Nachamam tani karmani. ये जितने भी कर्म, ये सब जो भगवान ने बोला, I am karta, I am bhokta, that means there's a कर्म. In श्लोक में जब भगवान यूज किया था भूत भावना हो, भूत भ्रत, means there is an action happening. And the 7th chapter के भगवान ने शुरू में कहा था, अर्जुन ने पूछा था कि what is अधियज्ञ. अधियज्ञ means the big कर्म. भगवान बोलते अधियज्ञ मैं हूं, ये सारा जो चल रहा है मुझसे चल रहा है. So that's a कर्म. But he says, yeah, this is कर्म, but ये कर्म मुझे बांधते नहीं है. हमारे कर्म हमें बांधते हैं. Like when I do कर्म, first thing I say कि मेरे को इसमें मिलेगा. अमेरिका में तो सबसे पहले कोई प्रोग्राम आएंगे, what is there for $50 टिकट, पर उसमें होगा क्या, मेरे को क्या मिलेगा. तो एक एक्शन हम बिना मुझे मिलेगा तो कर ही नहीं सकते. So भगवान से कि ये सब जो कर्म है न बंधनाती, मुझे बांधते नहीं धनंजय. क्यों? क्योंकि उदासीनवत आसीन. That's a very key word here. उदासीनवत आसीन. मैं उदासीन. सी उदासीन का मतलब यहाँ पर उदास से नहीं है. हम लोग उदास में मतलब ओ आई एम लाइक ग्रिम और आई एम डल, नॉट दैट उदासीन. उदासीन. उदासीन का अगर इफ यू ट्रांसलेट, इट बिकम्स साक्षी, विटनेस. आई एम सीइंग द इवेंट. The event is happening in front of my eyes, but I am not part of the event. That is sakshi, that is witness. Udasin ka actually translation shakshi, udasin. I am little away from what is happening. तो कर्म तो मैं करता हूं, लेकिन I am away from कर्म. मैं देखता हूं कर्म हो रहा है. That is कर्म योग basically. हमने पूरा 3rd chapter was that. So भगवान is saying, इसलिए मुझे ये नहीं बांधते हैं. न निबद्धनंती, बदनंती, ये मुझे बांधते नहीं अर्जुन. तो And that is the reason भगवान says, जैसे वायु आकाश को टच नहीं कर सकती, because आकाश is like me, उदासीन. वायु कुछ भी करे, वायु कैन हैव अल्कोहल इन दैट, वायु कैन हैव फ्रेग्रेंस ऑफ सैंडलवुड, वो आप यज्ञ करें, उस यज्ञ में कुछ भी डालें, दैट इज वायु, बट दैट डजंट इफेक्ट द स्पेस. सिमिलरली दैट डजंट, दीज कर्म दे डोंट बाइंड मी. सो फॉर अस द मैसेज हियर इज दैट, राइट, कि अगर हमें तत्वमसी को सॉल्व करना है, दैट इक्वेशन, दैट्स अल्टीमेट गोल, राइट. तत् इक्वल टू त्वम. That is that Bhagwan, जो उदासीन, जो unaffected by all this karma and all the sansar जो भी हमारा आसपास है, which material world. If we have to remain untainted by the material world, then yes, we have to do something which Bhagwan has said, right? उदासीन. And उदासीन, in simple terms देखा जाए तो unattached, and that is a freedom also. बदनाति means bondage. So कर्म फल बांधते हैं. And we all know that. बांधते means physically there is no physical string. But we know that, right? It drives me crazy. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, शब्द बोलते हैं, अरे it drives me crazy. Hey, who's driving you crazy? There is nothing like, it's all results, right? So, and we say that, oh, it drives me crazy. That's it. That drives me crazy means किसी ने मुझे बांध रखा, invisible rope around me. That is karma. और कर्म फल, same thing, कर्म फल ही है basically. So that is the only thing. If, and this metaphor symbolizes Akash और वायु. हमेशा सोचते रहना चाहिए हमें. We have to contemplate that. When we see Akash and Vayu, they are together but separate. Space is not, and that is our goal, right? And that symbolizes principle of detachment and freedom, which is Vairagya. If you put together, Udasin means Sakshi means Vairagya. Sakshi Vairagya means not running away. I'm like, that's what Bhagwan is telling Arjun. युद्ध तो तुझे करना ही है. But you cannot say that my grandfather is dying or my guru is dying. No, no, no. That relationship is not taking place when you are performing your swadharma. Udasin. Udasin is not much like running away or not interested or indifferent. वो English translation. It's very simple. आप खुश हैं लेकिन उसको दूर से देख रहे हैं. That's it. दुख भी आ रहा है तो दुख को देख रहे हैं. And I always give that example of स्वामी जी कि आपको दुख नहीं आता है क्या? बोले दुख तो मुझे भी आता है लेकिन मैं दुखी नहीं होता हूँ. That's it. क्योंकि मैं साक्षी हूँ. आई सी द दुख, राइट. या दुख इज राइट देयर. ओके, मेरे पैर में चोट लगी है या मुझे कुछ नुकसान हुआ है, आई नो देयर इज अ नुकसान. आई एम विटनेस ऑफ दैट लॉस और गेन. बोथ, नॉट ओनली लॉस, गेन ऑल्सो. एक से नहीं, लॉस में विटनेस, गेन का भी विटनेस होना पड़ेगा. गेन में तो आई स्टार्ट एंजॉइंग, राइट. लॉस में आई थिंक यार किसी तरीके से आई शुड नॉट बी अफेक्टेड बाय द लॉस. गेन आई वांट. नो नो नो, गीता सेज यू हैव टू बी विटनेस ऑफ बोथ. And that is Udasin, and that is this metaphor is. So I think we'll read 7th and 8th next time, next week. But we stop here, and I'll just say one shlok. Bhaj Govindam में एक बहुत प्यारा श्लोक आता है which summarizes this entire teaching, right? How this asangatvam will happen? शंकराचार्य तो खैर तो भगवान कृष्ण का ही अवतार थे इस टीचिंग के मामले में. तो whatever he says is wonderful. छोटे छोटे में समझा देते हैं. तो Bhaj Govindam mein he has given a formula, a process to reach asangatvam, the detachment and freedom. They go together. Detachment is not just for something. Detachment for freedom, आनंद के लिए. So he gave a very good formula for it. Asangatvam जो इसमें metaphor है. How we will achieve that asangatvam? So he gave that. Satsangatve nissangatvam. Satsang is the only way to get nissangatvam. And what we are doing is satsang. अभी जो चल रहा है सत्संग है. जहां भी जाते हैं अच्छी बात जहां होती है, मंदिर जाते हैं, जो विचार करते हैं, श्रवणम मननम निधिध्यासनम में सत्संग, कोई अच्छी बात सुनते हैं. सत्संगत्वे निस्संगत्वम, निस्संगत्वे निर्मोहत्वम. अर्जुन का जो क्वेश्चन था, धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता, आई एम मोहित, डिल्यूडेड. सो ही सेज सत्संगत्वे निस्संगत्वम, निस्संगत्वे निर्मोहत्वम. निस्संगत्व से और असंगत्व से निर्मोहत्व आएगा. द डिल्यूजन विल गो अवे. द हेज जो है वो हेज विल गो अवे. योर दृष्टि इज वेरी क्लियर. सत्संगत्वे निस्संगत्व, निस्संगत्वे निर्मोहत्व, निर्मोहत्वे निश्चल तत्व. जब निर्मोह से मतलब यहाँ पर द हेज इज गॉन, द डिल्यूजन इज गॉन, देन योर विजन इज वेरी क्लियर. निश्चल तत्व इज ट्रूथ. जो श्वेत केतु उसके फादर ने बताया कि हियर इज द ट्रूथ इन द सीड, द ट्री इज इन द सीड, दैट इज द ट्रूथ. निश्चल तत्व इज द ट्रूथ, रियलिटी. Then I'll be able to see the reality. I'll be able to see through this world, everything is Bhagwan. This worldly thing will be favorable to me, may not be favorable to me, but it is, everything is Bhagwan. Bhagwan says, Bhoot Bhavana Bhoot Krat. सब कुछ भगवान का है. That drashti, Nishchal Tattvam, and Nishchal Tattva, once you know the truth, the reality, Nishchal Tattvam is the truth, reality. Once you know the reality, Nishchal Tattvam Jivana Mukti, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam Bhaj Murte. Once you are able to see the truth means your drashti is very clear. Then Jivan Mukti, then you have freedom. That's it. While living you are free. अभी ये सब bondage था कि nothing will drive me crazy, it's like that. Nothing can drive me crazy. So इस चैप्टर के शुरू में अर्जुन को भगवान ने बोला था कि या इदम तू में गुह्यतमम प्रवक्ष्यामि अनसूयवे. अनसूयवे में जिसकी दृष्टि क्लियर है. सूयवे मीन्स फॉल्ट फाइंडर्स आर सूयवे. हम सब फॉल्ट फाइंडर थे. इमीडिएटली कुछ भी एक फ्लायर भी दिखेगा, अरे इस फ्लायर में ये कुछ ठीक नहीं दिख रहा है, अरे ये इसके रेट ज्यादा है, अरे ये एवरीथिंग वी हैव सम और अदर ओपिनियन, दैट इज कॉल्ड दोष दृष्टि. तो वो सूयवे. भगवान ने कहा था मैं तुझे इसलिए बता रहा हूं कि यू आर अनसूयवे, योर दृष्टि इज वेरी क्लियर अर्जुन. दैट इज द रीजन आई एम गिविंग यू दिस ज्ञान. देयर इज अ मैसेज देयर, राइट? तो भगवान, दैट्स व्हाट शंकराचार्य जी सेइंग. निश्चल तत्वे जीवन मुक्ति. जब सत्य दिखना शुरू हो जाएगा, दृष्टि जब क्लीन हो जाएगी, देन जीवन मुक्ति. भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूलमते. आई थिंक ऑन दैट नोट वी कैन stop here and do our dhyan, and then we'll continue next week, right? So that is the key here, right? The Bhagwan ka jo asangatvam, that is the quality we need to imbibe. Of course, all five, but asangatvam is the key through satsang. And that's what we are doing. So hopefully, if we do it right way, asangatvam aayega, asangatvam se fir nishchal tattvam जीवन मुक्ति. भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूलमते.